guys, welcome to That Earthy Black Girl. This is your host Sanaa, also known as That Earthy Black Girl. And look, we have our very first visual episode. Guys, let's give ourselves a round of applause. If you're on Spotify, then disregard that. But if you're on YouTube, guys, isn't this so cute? I've been wanting to do a visual element for a while, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it. And also, it was just something about being able to roll over and then pick up my phone and start yapping that I just really loved. But I also like a visual element, and I know that a lot of people sometimes they like to listen to the podcast while they're just doing stuff in the background, because that's how I like to listen to mine. But I know a lot of people also like that visual element too. So there's something for everyone basically. And you could also listen to the YouTube video and just have it in the background. But yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm going to try and be consistent with this because I'm telling you guys, 2025 is the year of content creation. And that is, I don't know, I'm really just excited. I really want to start being serious about the podcast. You guys know, it kind of started off as a hobby, but I really do want to bring it further and reach a wider audience so that, everyone can listen to it and take what they need to take. Because like I said, as much as this helps me, it also helps you guys. And I think it's like a symbiotic relationship, if you will. So yeah. That kind of goes in what I want to talk about next week. But for today, as you can see by my little whiteboard, I'm going to be talking about the present moment and really how nothing else exists if you think about it. And this might sound a little crazy, but today I saw, I think it was an Instagram reel or something while I was doom scrolling and bed rotting. I still do that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I still do that. But it was anxiety is only you worrying about the future, and depression is only you worrying about the past. But if you really think about it, we don't have issues. And of course, take this with a grain of salt. Of course, there are things that are happening in our world that are very, very bad right now. But if you really think about your life, you don't have any issues in the present moment. You have maybe issues that you're thinking about in your future, which is causing you anxiety, and you have issues that were in your past, which is causing you to be depressed and thinking about it. So all of our issues really stems from thoughts about our future or our past. Because if you're sitting on a toilet, realistically, what problems do you have? You're chilling. Sure, tomorrow you might have an exam that you haven't studied for. That's anxiety. That's you worried about tomorrow. Sure, yesterday you may have fell on your face in front of the whole school, and that's depression because that was embarrassing. But as you're sitting on the toilet, what problems do you really have? None, because you're being present. And I think I read The Power of Now, and that was a really good book. If you guys want to read that, you guys definitely should. I recommend that one. But it was really talking about how we don't have issues in the present moment. No issues exist in the present moment. If you're just sitting there breathing, vibing, not thinking about anything else outside of the present moment, you are fine. You're good, unless you're in pain at that present moment. Which, okay, guys, obviously this can't account for every situation, but you guys kind of get the point. If you really think about it, the future and the past don't exist. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me now. The future and the past don't exist. If you try to produce the past, you're not going to be able to. If you try to produce the future, you're not going to be able to. You're just going to have to wait until you get to that moment. By what? Say it with me. Being present. Okay. Yesterday, it doesn't exist anymore. It literally doesn't exist. You can't see it. You can't touch it. You can't feel it. You can't smell it. It doesn't exist anymore. After you already experienced that, it's gone. So you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about you falling on your face yesterday because, for one, it's probably gone out of everyone's mind, which really goes to show, again, it doesn't exist anymore. And for two, it's in the past. The future. You have a test tomorrow? Hey, that's future Sanaa's problem. I'm not going to say don't study, but at a certain point, you have to not waste your time in your present moment thinking about all these things because they don't exist. You can't touch the future. You can't smell it. You can't see it unless you can see the future. That's a raven. But realistically, the present moment is all you have. That's the only thing that's tangible. That's the only thing that you exist in. You don't exist in the past. You don't exist in the future. You're not a time traveler. All you have is the present moment. So that's why everyone's always like, oh, meditate, oh, this, oh, that, oh, be present. Meditation is really teaching you to be in the present moment. Just breathe, slow down, and just exist as you are, where you are. Like right now, I'm not going to be thinking about something that I did yesterday or something that I'm doing later, because that's just going to cause the present moment to skip me by. And the longer you don't exist in the present, you are just going to be letting it skip you by, skip you by, skip you by, and that's going to cause you to look back on the past and like be resentful, and that's a whole cycle. Because if you're looking on the past like, dang, I should have been more present, I should have really enjoyed this, you're missing out on the present moment still. So long story short, a lot of yapping to cut down to this: the present is all we have. Nothing else matters, nothing else exists, and you really just need to realize that and understand that, and it'll cause you a lot less stress, because you're like, anxiety is worrying about the future, that don't exist. Depression is worrying about the past, that don't exist. So if I just be present, then I'll be happy. And of course, I'm not saying that I perfected this. Like, I still be stressed and I still be depressing, but it's still nice to acknowledge the fact that the present moment is all you have, and if you're in the present moment, then you don't have any current problems that you're experiencing. The thoughts of everything else is what's causing you to feel these heavy emotions, because it doesn't exist. It's you thinking about these things. These things aren't what's causing your stress. It's your thoughts about them. It's you dwelling on them or obsessing over them. In the case of the future, obsessing. In the case of the past, you're dwelling on it. Like, it's only your thoughts that are causing your own like misfortune and just being upset. So yeah, it is hard to stop thinking. You can do it with meditation, but I can't be talking because I'm an overthinker, so I think a lot. So I can't be talking too much about that. But yeah, it's really you thinking and obsessing over these things that is causing you to be upset and anxious and depressed. So if you stop thinking about things that don't exist and you just start being present, then again, that will really alleviate a lot of the stress and depress. And that rhymes. But yeah, that's all I have for you today, guys. Make sure you, I guess I can finally say, like, comment, and subscribe. Or if you're on Spotify, like, comment, and share. And make sure you choose love, spread love, and be love. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.